We have here a 2005 Honda CR-V, and our next project is to replace the both front axles. The grease are everywhere. All this grease is coming from the inside of the CV boot, so we're replacing the whole axle. First, we're going to take out the ABS sensor. So this is the wire for the ABS sensor. It's going to be a 10mm bolt. Whole caliper assembly out. Just leave it like that. It won't hurt. It never hurts. Just like that. Take out the axle nut. It's a 36mm axle nut. There's two choices. It's either you remove the bottom ball joint nut, or you remove this knuckle. I always prefer to just remove the knuckle. It's easier than removing the ball joint. Most of the time you damage the ball joint. Here's one thing you have to understand about Honda bolts. This is a bolt, this is a nut, right? Most of the Honda bolts, you don't remove them from the nut because this is a locking nut. That means this is really tight. You have to remove it from the bolt. If you try to loosen this up instead of this is gonna be really tight. You're gonna have a hard time removing the bolt. So always remove it from the bolt side, not the nut side, because this is supposed to lock the bolt in place. This is one of the important things. When you loosen, try to put that bolt back, watch the knuckle where it moves. If it moves outward this way, that means when you put it back, you have to push it in and then tighten up the bolt. Let's see if the knuckle would move. So it looks like the knuckle did not move outwards. That's what I'm trying to say. You see that small amount of movement? That would cause some camber adjustment. But since when we loosen up the lower bolt, the knuckle didn't really move out, that means it's already positioned outwards for his proper camber adjustment. So when we put them back, we don't have to push it in and tighten them up. So we're just gonna put the bolts and then pull it out and then tighten them up. Yuck. Ew. After one hit on one side and turn it maybe 90 degrees. You can see this C-clip right here. There's an end that's an opening. See that opening? You want it pointed up. That. Push it in. Firm push. Check, see if the axle is all the way in. This part right here is the mating surface. This part, you don't have a gap. I mean, it's good, it's already in. This is what I'm talking about of a Honda, that this is a lock nut. Just have to tie on this side. Make sure also, remember that your camber adjustment is outward, so you just make sure it's pulled out, not pulled in. It should be pulled out. Okay. Stop spinning. Brake pad is right in between. So move them left and right, and it will slide in. Free of debris. You don't want any metal items that's stuck in there, or else your ABS light will turn on. axle nut. Came with a new axle. So the torque specs is 181 foot-pounds. So we're gonna use a torque wrench. What I do is I'm just gonna stick a fat screwdriver right at the bottom, in between these rotors, and it will stop. That way it will stop it from spinning. Then put my torque wrench in, torque them away. Don't forget to lock the nut. Stay